This is Thomas Schiffer for ESFI. I'm here on day 2 of the MLG Spring Championships. I'm joined by CatZ. CatZ, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. So, unfortunately, you have exited the tournament. You forfeited your games against Kane, which was kind of a surprise, but could you go a bit into your reasonings behind that?
I like to think I'm a team owner and a manager first and a player second. That is not to say that I don't care about the playing aspect. I love playing more than being a manager and a team owner, but someone's got to do it. So from my perspective as a team owner, which is my main priority, it was the right thing to do. It was within the rules from my understanding. Obviously, I asked the referee. Had I had to play the match, I would have had to play my best because I'm not one to, just throw games. But I would rather Kane advance because it's in my team's best interest that the better player does. And right now he is the better player.
All right. In your first series of the tournament, you played against Dragon on the main stage. You had some pretty clever and interesting builds, and the community seemed to love them a lot. How do you decide to use builds like that? Is that just like an entertainment thing for you, or is it a strategic decision?
I like to think that I could be a much better player if my mechanics could match my strategy. So no, it's not a matter of entertainment. It's often seen as such because I don't I'm talking about my play style is often seen as something that I'm just trying to be super out there with it. But the truth of the matter is I try to make my own strategy. I try to figure out the game on by myself, and strategies like that just happen. And as I test them, I'm confident in my ability to find options that haven't been explored, or better options than what's out there. I mean, it's an evolving game. I enjoy very much being a part of it.
Okay. Despite that, I mean, you've had a string of really good performances recently. You qualified for Home Story Cup, the most recent one that happened. What is your reasoning behind your good play you've been having recently?
I don't think I've been doing particularly well. Perhaps a little bit of luck. Fact that it's still a new game, and yeah, I honestly don't think I'm at my best. At my all-time best by any means. So that's something that I'll be working on. I don't know how to answer.
Still room to grow, I guess?
Oh, plenty, yeah.
Okay. So you talked a little bit about, in the first question I asked you, about being a team manager first and a team owner first before being a player. How do you manage to balance both aspects of that, of your job, as being both a team manager and a player?
Well, there's 24 hours in a day. Honestly, I don't go out on the weekends. Not for a while. Very special occasions only. So I forfeit a lot of my social life on that regard. But then again, I enjoy the company of my stream viewers or my teammates over Skype. I think it's a different kind of interaction, but it's just as valid, in my opinion, as real life contact with So.
Yeah. And do you feel that that's paying off? How do you see Root now? I mean, before there was more like a clan of just friends kind of together, but and it's really grown as a team, as a real strong contender. So do you feel yourself that Root is really showing himself as a strong professional team?
The goal with Root ever since the beginning, perhaps 3 years ago, was to make the best team in North America, and that's what we aimed for. It was never a group of friends first. I mean, it is in many ways a requirement, so to say. That everyone likes each other, and we grow as friends just because of how the team is structured, I guess. It's, having Drew and myself as players and owners of the team really helps with the dynamics of the connection between the players and the management. It's not just a business to most players in the team. I would dare say all. It's not just we're close friends, we care about the team. So yeah, I don't know if I answered the question.
Seems pretty like you're very confident in your team, so that's good. And I
mean, yeah. So, I remember
the results are showing.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm happy with where we are right now. It's been a lot of work, and we were told a lot that we couldn't do it, and it was partially true. We had to disband at some point, so But yeah, now it's much better. We learned from our mistakes, and we got a lot of help. A lot of like Drury and I are now no longer the only owners of the team. For instance, there's other people involved that have expertise in other areas.
Fair answer. Very fair answer. So you also known in the community as a great person to scope talent and like identify which players are really up and coming and good. Have you seen any players at this event that you've on your team or otherwise that you're really seeing as being great up and comers?
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't judge a player on one event, especially if it's in a live performance. So this is not the right place to scout for me. Um, but as far as players that are here and that I've seen before or think have potential, there's a 13-year-old Grandmaster, Ariam. I think he's pretty committed. He streams a lot of fun, so he's cool. There's always up and coming talent, but that is no longer my main focus right now until we start with the Root Academy. I think our player roster is pretty full, so I'm not really trying to scout too much. Just trying to work with what we have and focus on the team house and our priorities right now.
Okay, well, you're known as a pioneer of like very creative and innovative strategies. How do you feel the game balances overall, and what do you feel still needs to be explored as a Zerg player?
Uh, well, balance is a touchy issue for a lot of people. I still think that something needs to be changed in the Terran department. I think that Terran versus Zerg favors Terran slightly. And we're talking slightly. I mean, a lot of people, I think, over complain, including myself in the early game days of the beta. Granted, a lot of things have changed since then for the better. But yeah, I think that something needs to be changed. Not everything. Like maybe either the speed medevac boost or the Hellbats, which is a proposed change that they might implement. But other than that, I think the balance is pretty good. StarCraft 2 is overall a pretty balanced game. You know, if you're not comparing it to maybe Brood War, I think it's pretty much the best out there. So it's hard to complain about balance. It's just easy to complain about. As stupid as that sounds.
That's fair. All right. That's all the questions I have for you today. It's been a long day for everybody. So if you'd like to give any shout outs, thank yous, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much to our sponsors, Das Keyword, Aver Media, MyGamer.info, and Twitch. They've been really supportive of us over time, and we really appreciate it. Please visit root-gaming.com, follow me on Twitter, @RootCatZ, and watch my stream. And I want to apologize one more time to any fans that might have been offended by me forfeiting. It's a decision that I don't, in my personal opinion, I don't think it's the wrong thing to do. It's within the rules, and if there wasn't the negative feedback from the community, I would do it again. So it's not something. It's not a thing of I made a mistake as much as it's a thing of I respect the community's opinion on it, and it's different from mine. It is a majority that was against it, and for that reason I shouldn't do it again, because ultimately that's the community and the fans is the most important thing.